What's going on? Move the mouse back in City Skylines, but this time it's remastered. Remastered edition Xbox One. They've made a couple updates recently. One, the 2022 DLC is finally here, so we've got one of the most important game-changing DLCs, certainly for console owners, in my opinion, and that is plazas and promenades. But the other thing is they've fixed a save game bug, one that would ironically stop saving your city around the time you got to a 10th tile, negating one of the major appeals of remastered on consoles. But with that aside, welcome to the town of Meander. And it's Meander for a couple reasons. One, the map that we're building on is called Winding Rivers, and the name Meander comes from the name of a Greek river, a winding river in Asia Minor. So there's that, but also if you've tuned into the channel before, you know my thought process, my ADHD, it's all over the place. It tends to meander, if you will. So perfect metaphor for the channel. Absolutely beautiful map, tons of different resources, all the outside connections you could want, and perhaps one of the most over-engineered starting intersections. I shouldn't say one of the most over-engineered starting intersection that I've ever seen. And this is where our town begins. So let's get out of that, and let's start. So I'm gonna do something a little different, and that is waste all of my money on gravel roads at the beginning here, and we'll upgrade them later. So we have to build a road to then unlock gravel roads. And I'm gonna come right through here, right around the middle of this farmland. Maybe to there. And heck, I guess we can come all the way down here. We're not wasting a ton of money with gravel roads. I mean, we are wasting a lot of money, don't get me wrong. We don't have any angle snapping on yet, and that's okay. Because we're just kind of trying to define a little T that's going to sit in the middle of this area. The other thing that I'm going to do, if you are a fan of the channel, you may have seen the Plainville build. I'm going to have a road about 12 units out, if it'll let me snap accordingly. 90-degree angle. No, and I want to do it with gravel road still. I'll get the hang of it eventually. I've played this game before. So 12 units out, and then we'll run it along there, and that lets us have zoning if we want, space for trees and parks and things like that, pedestrian paths, but also room for potentially a tram road up the middle. And I know I was all hyped already about plazas and promenades, but I want to build something that everyone can also build or get inspired by. So we're going to do something a little different there. Let's carry this out straight and see where these two kind of meet up. And we do have to diverge these roads at some point. It can be after that. So this will be coming in and coming out of the city with the occasional turnarounds. And then we're gonna need residents first, so we'll come in towards the end, but not all the way up to, because we're gonna hopefully work on the shoreline here. I'll show you. It's gonna be this build's all over the place already, don't worry. There's an idea. So I'm gonna go right on the beach line with it, so that we have like some actual beachfront houses here in this area. I don't know exactly what to do with this mess of a shoreline. Maybe we just kind of see where it meets in the middle. That's okay, I think. Yeah. Might even keep these roads gravel here in the back neighborhoods. But we'll have, you know, the occasional path that kind of runs symmetrical with the other road, but not entirely. And we'll fill in space that way. I know it looks like a little bit of a mess now, but trust me, there's an idea here. That's plenty, though, of zoning for us to move people into for now. And we'll tighten up some of the lines. We'll have commercial on the main strip. And just so that things are kind of set where they're going to be, we'll define the commercial on the other side as well. And this should be 12 units out, but we'll we'll come down here and then break out our curve. There we go. And we'll do little roundabouts or one-ways at these intersections. But for now, that's plenty of commercial to get started. Let's see what we can do up here. I feel like we have to kind of make this turnaround up this way. We'll have to separate the highways a bit. Okay. And then off of here, for now, this is going to be temporary industry. How are we doing on money? 50,000 is getting down there, but that's okay. Maybe we'll do 12 units out in expectation of a wider road here. Can I really want to snap to the 10 line. Do I have to turn road guides off to do that? Fine. Be that way, game. Ooh, if we come back with like 1. What if we do that? Ugh. So we can kind of zone right up to the highway if we want. And we'll do like, I don't know, 20 units. Longer rectangular blocks here for the first couple that we'll set up. Can I make that? I can. Okay, so little industrial pocket for now. We'll actually move that probably on the other side of this train track. For now, though, that's plenty to get us started. So we've got roads. What else do we need? Well, we could do zoning. In fact, why not? Let's move people in, and then we'll worry about power and water once they start complaining. Just as viable an approach as doing it ahead of time. We'll get some people moving in. Probably a faster way to do this. I know, with the mouse and keyboard. Thank you, PC players. Honestly, the adaptation for console's not that great. That you can do it if you want. And there are some people that I'm sure would appreciate it more than controller, but I think they've adapted it really well. And for little things that we get, like smooth camera movements, the ability to do swoops like that, for example, there's a trade-off. Also, no mods. We're gonna do water towers, and in fact, easier way to do this is if we start with the segments. Let me go to roads for a second and turn this back on, because I think it will snap water pipes the same way. Am I correct in thinking that? It will snap to the grid, so. Let's do that, and then we'll bring this all the way up. We'll plunk the water towers there. So actually, we only need 1 for now, but we will drop additional ones on there. And we're gonna go dirty power to start. That's fine. And I think, can we do back-to-back? We can do back-to-back there, which is good. So for this one, can we run this right up the middle of this zone? We sure can. So that we're not impacting... well, we're impacting some zoning, but as little as we have to. There we go. Power, water. What are we doing with sewage? Are we doing something that I don't do often? The, what, eco inland? It's a lot of money, but... and then... we just have to get that connected with an actual pipe. And we should probably water the other half of this road in case we use it. 440 if you want that, what I consider perfect overlap. I'd rather have a little bit of overlap than a little bit of a gap. Some people do 460. Let me show you this. See that? See that? You see that little space there? See that little space there? And that means you did it wrong. 440. $440 worth of pipe. 440, whatever the heck the dollars are called. That's how you do that. That's a lot of bulldozer sounds. Why are you complaining about water? Because I didn't actually run it to all the neighborhoods. It's fine. By the way, organized pipes are not a thing on this channel for the most part. So the 440 is just for saving money. It's not about anything keeping the pipes neat. We don't do that here because you don't have to. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right, pretty good, pretty good. We need some commercial though, and some industrial, of course. So let's give them some places to shop, some places to work. We'll do both sides of the street, and please tell me. I'm 99% sure on this, but if I upgrade this road, and this is the same size as the 3 lanes I want to use. Okay, that does not affect the zoning. That's important. That's important to know now. So we're not moving everybody out. And then let's give them places to work. In fact, let's fill all that in. And may as well do that bit by the highway, but not that. Oh, they're turning to go that way because I don't have a good way into the city yet. Something that we're going to fix very soon with at 1500 pop. Following the roads where we can, but you don't have to. Oh, not enough money. I realized I'm spending money like I'm still in creative mode because I just did that to unlock all the uniques. Budgets? Can we do budgets yet? We sure can. So let's get electricity down to 70. I don't know. Water down to 65. Like, we're not using a lot of it yet, I don't think. I'm not good at managing money here, so hopefully if you're looking for more of a how-to, previous seasons are going to be much better for that. This is going to be more about coming up with hopefully meaningful progress every episode on this city. But we shall see. Why is the water not updated? Like, I would think that would reduce our capacity somewhat. Production of 19. Is this do 20? Yeah, okay, so it is reduced. Okay. It's just still way in the green even at that reduction. We're good there. So, more neighborhoods, more houses, more places for people to live. Let's see. We'll go with the beachfront first. Move everybody in down there. I am excited. I hope some of the same updates come to Remastered. One of the newer, what do we got running through the neighborhood here? Buffalo? Bison? One of the things that is pretty cool is you can now control like what side of the road or if at all zoning appears. So you could make it so that you don't have these little crunched lots on the side. You could give priority to say, hey, I want to zone this road, but not this segment of road on the right side, for example. I'll show you in another city's video on the other console version. This one is, you know, hey, we're lagging behind a little bit, unfortunately. Before too many people move in, because we're going to move them right back out. Let's get out to that coastline and do the same thing that we did before. I'm going to freeform through here. I don't have a lot of money, but I think we're going to need more people moving in before we know it. We'll try and smooth that river out later, but that's okay. If anything, we'll have to make it a little bit deeper because we don't want to create flooding here on the coast. Now, I'm going to come down here because we don't want too many ingress points into our neighborhood, but we also don't want to have just one for now as we start to expand, because residential's our big demand right now. And we'll want some other ways to get into these neighborhoods to get back out to the town. Maybe we don't zone on this side yet until we figure out what we're doing with the road on that side. In fact, this should be a split street. I'm already regretting this one right here. Let's pause. So we're going to move a couple people out already. because this street should carry off this way. And it's okay to have some room between these neighborhoods. It's not going to hurt us. Let's see if it lets us keep that house there. I think that it will. Maybe. Maybe not. These got to go. Maybe we should just delete that one. It's not going to be quite right, unfortunately. And this one too. So thank you for moving in, and thank you for moving out as well. Let's not move in there. Tiny little house. We'll clear all these, or define all these, rather. So far, so good. We're in the green already. We must be close to our first milestone, right? 500, not bad. Getting there. What is it about new builds? Lots of people tune in for them, and then it drops off hard. It's okay. I don't mind. I appreciate you tuning in at any point in the series. But what is it about new builds that's so appealing, not just to me to start a new city, but apparently for people to watch? Hopefully there's some inspiration, or you're just tuning in to see how quickly I get distracted, or whether or not I finish the build. Put money down now. Probably get good odds if you say yes, because just check the history on the channel. Very rarely do builds get fully fleshed out, but I've got an idea this time, and this one honestly is a culmination of everything. More on that later today or the next episode. I don't know. We've got plenty to do. In the meantime, taxes, loans, garbage, healthcare, education. We've been here before. We don't even have to pause it. But if you're new, pause the game, digest, think about all the things that you just unlocked. Meanwhile, we're going to play 3 times speed. Taxes, loans, garbage, healthcare, education. So first of all, taxes. We're going to bump it up to 12% across the board. Hopefully I will remember, but I'm saying that, but I won't remember when we unlock high density zoning. We're going to come in here and do the same thing. So taxes, we want to take out a loan because we need a little bit of extra money in the bank. Garbage, healthcare, education. Let's start with cheap garbage for now, and we'll figure out the rest later. We'll get that in right next to our dump. So that's garbage. Healthcare wise, do we have any extra options? Not yet. So med clinic it is, on the main street, right near where everybody lives. Makes them all happy. And then we have to do education, and I believe we unlock. There's a school that we unlock. I feel like there's another school. We want to go for the high capacity as soon as we can. We're gonna knock these out, because even in a small town, the regular capacity is kind of ridiculous. Let's go here. We're gonna move some people out. That's a good spot for a school, and then we're gonna get rid of any zoning that is still left here. So taxes, loans, garbage, healthcare, education. We did it. We're just waiting for the next milestone. That was easy. Next milestone at 1,000 gets us a new area, and our emergency services, which are so important, and the high capacity school. So we'll tear down our first school to make room for our second school, which will be our only school. So it can't really be a second school at that point. But in chronology, it's the second school, right? I think this one's going to be a fun one. I messed around in creative and did a little build, kind of something like this in this map, and I very rarely do I do that, but I was like, okay, I gotta actually turn this into something. I turn this into something that is a legit build. I like creative for exploring stuff. I don't like it for general building. It's boring. I like the challenge. Not that it's a challenge, but it's fun to see the city grow and bolt stuff on and build schools to immediately demo them. That last one, I don't know, it's kind of stupid. Just give me both schools at the same time, please. One of the reasons why it has been so long, and I guess I could use cinematic camera to fly around our city while we wait. Then again, that slows time down, so 50-50. Where was I going? I had a point. Oh, why it's taken me so long. One of the reasons it's taken me so long to get back into Remastered, there's a couple monuments that I really like. I like the Med Center, it's big. I love Eden Project, and even though it doesn't really work, unfortunately, because it doesn't send out trucks, the Ultimate Recycling Plant, they're all really cool ideas and cool builds, and I love to have them in the city. I love the effects to some extent that they provide, especially Eden Project. But you have to unlock the uniques, and that was all reset from Console Edition to Remastered. It would be awesome if there was a truly unlock all option. Unfortunately, they leave that to the modders. Like, it's a really useful thing to have in a creative build. Like, just let me use all the buildings that you have. That would be very nice. But no, you have to grind the city, even with cheats on, right? You can turn unlimited money on to unlock those buildings. So it's a time sink. It's a time waste. Like, if I'm going to cheat, let me cheat and make unlock all actually unlock all. Don't leave it to the modders to fix, because when you do that, you alienate the console crowd. Continuing to advocate for the console crowd as long as I have breath. I love this game. I love the console port. It's a little long in the tooth. Hopefully some big new things and improvements for City Skylines 2. We shall see, and stay tuned here to find out. But anyways, back to 3 times speed, because we're wasting our time here. We need to get to 1,000 population. And we're probably going to need to expand our residential neighborhoods to do that, I'm guessing. Let's do this. We'll come in from here. We'll just fill in that gap, and we'll probably want water on the coast. If clean pipes is your thing, I'm very sorry, you're on the wrong channel. You should see the mess I make when I have unlimited money. It's bad. Okay, let's continue our commercial block here all the way down, and eventually they'll start moving on the other side of the street. It's not too appealing for them though right now, because it's really just like the end of a road. I might have to later on split these highways a lot sooner so that this is a little bit more natural, but let's see how this... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That is not what I wanted to do, game. So maybe here what we'll do with the tram is we'll have the tram road run all the way through here. And then it'll be like a tunnel here. A tunnel to a turnaround for the tram. Now, because I know that it won't pass power, let's go ahead and handle that now. And since we're not zoning in here, just to make sure that $1,000 expense to not have to worry about running power lines later is fine by me. We'll come out to there, to water that segment well. And it looks like we are already at the limits of what 70% of our electricity can do. So let's bump it up to 80 until they complain again. And then we will figure it out. If we want to get that pop-up to go away, we need something actually leveraging the electricity at this side. So that'll fix that. Water. Are we out of budget for water again? We sure are. Should have figured out that was going to be a problem at the same time. So 75% on water, and then we'll just bump it up to 100 from there. I'm not going to micromanage too much, but you can make a lot more money faster early on in your city if you really go in there and micromanage. If you're on PC, there's actually mods for that. To just assign the perfect amount of money at any given moment. But at that point, like, I don't know, just cheat. Come on. You're not playing the game. You have to come in here and micromanage stuff. That's the game. That's a very straight road down to the coast. I think rather than do neighborhoods here, like maybe this is a park on these two little peninsulas. So maybe we have like a straight end of the road. Or maybe it comes out to the coast and hooks around. We'll see. We'll do something fun there. But I don't think that'll be neighborhoods living in amongst the water, but we can always decide later. Let's get this all the way out to the road. And I think we should use up some of this space, because I definitely left way too much room here. So something like that. And then can we even do the same thing back here? Well, let's just come out enough to use all the zoning. And then this could come out to like there, maybe, and hook in. And then we're going to try and keep this right along the beach. There we go. Hey, that's not a bad spot. I think we're in pretty good shape here. Let's tackle this real quick, and we'll call episode 1 an episode? I don't know. Can we afford to do this right now? Let's not bulldoze the clinic. Let's bulldoze the school. We've got some really tiny houses on gravel roads. Those will upgrade later on. But we're going to go ahead and... let's see. Is this still green enough over there? Do we put it on the main and have people living in behind it on either side? I'm going to put it a little bit more central. Let's see what that... we'll see what this does. Hopefully this is not too far away for everybody. But we'll do that. That ate into our money a lot. We don't get a second loan yet, right? We do. Okay. How much is left on this? Get an extra 5,000 paying that back to take it again. And I already forgot. So we've got a new area. I don't think we buy that yet. Let's get police and emergency in there. So police and fire. We've got our high capacity school in. And for these, do we leverage... like, leveraging these turnarounds might be good because it lets them kind of get anywhere in the city pretty quickly. So for right now, we're going to do this, but we'll figure out a more permanent spot to move them. We'll move the school onto its own little campus area. In fact, I can't believe when presented with this option, I didn't go this way. That just makes more sense. We'll have a little park across the street, maybe, separating kind of this neighborhood from that neighborhood. Yeah, we'll do whatever because it's all in a name. It's all, hey, sunset shots, nighttime shots already. Sunset shots. We don't need to see it at night yet. Sunset, we'll tease it. Free camera, no, cinematic camera. This is Meander. This is my new build. It's going to be all over the place, but we're going to have some meaningful progress. We'll get through multiple milestones. We'll get through projects and build little parts of the city bit by bit. I might keep the gravel roads here. I really kind of like it. We'll see once all the buildings level up, though, if it's appropriate or not. We're going to have more of a small town feel. Lower density. Tiny little pockets of high density. It's going to be different from the things that I've done. But again, so appropriate. Meander, winding rivers. The name is perfect there. But if you've been here before, or if you were paying attention during the episode, my thought process is all over the place. And we're going to really lean into that this time. Have some fun with it. Flex Remastered and see what we can do while we wait for that last round of DLC. If we get this in a good spot, I will probably do maybe one more console build on one of the new maps. But either way, this is what we're focused on for now. A remastered build. Hopefully it inspires, entertains. I don't know. Maybe it's just some background noise for you. In any event, hit that like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, this is Move the Mouse from the town of Meander, signing off.